But yeah, I'm not sure exactly where we need to be, so we should... Are you going to start your story chapter as well like we did last time? If it'll let you, that is. 'Cause you had trouble with that, didn't you?
Yeah, might as well. Let's have a look.
Hail, citizen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Oh. Yeah, we have to go to the memorial.
Oh, that's right. The one at, yeah. At the Holbrack. So yeah, I've got a mail, so I'll read that out for the chat. Greetings, Baldwin Cleaver. In these dark times, I take up my pen and scroll to invite you to the open-air memorial for Erstegalkin. Please join us as we mourn and celebrate this legendary hero. The stone right steading in Holbrack, where Eir lived, will be consecrated for this purpose. Wishing you an easy passage, Newt Whitebear. Cool, so I will, I guess, meet you there.
Yep.
Since I'm in Lion's Arch, I'm just going to go through the gates. Because I'm a cheapskate. Find the gates. Where the hell are they? I know where I am. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll just chill out here.
Mm-hmm. Haha, chill out. Haha. On your ice chair. Oh no, you've got your grove chair, haven't you? Of course you have.
Yeah, but it's snowing here.
Yes. That's true. I can barely remember much of this season, to be honest. Where is it? I'm going in the wrong direction, as always.
Sigh.
Yeah, this used to be my my hometown as well for the you know, for my known character, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I should know my way around. Hello, Zaras. How are you? Happy summer solstice to you too. Well then, shall we?
We shall.
Have you noticed my colour change as well? I have.
No.
I've gone into an all black with the teal for the trim instead of it being teal and like gold trim. I've left a bit of the gold on there, but you know, I thought, well, since a very important and well-loved character was killed in the last episode. I am talking about Eir, of course. I don't think anyone else important died, but I thought it best to just be in black, you know? Oh, there was that other guy, Traherne. Yeah. Yeah. How are you today anyway, Zaras? Good to see you.
You made it.
Of course, Newt. She was a dear friend.
Let's head up. My people will be glad you're here. Some may have questions about what happened.
I hope it's not why. I'm still struggling with that one myself.
Aren't we all? Perhaps that's the answer Bram left to seek.
He's not here?
No. He arranged this and then took to the mountains. The fire inside that boy. I almost feel sorry for any of Jormag's minions he comes across.
Sounds like he's working through it in true Bram fashion. Good.
Make yourself at home. Your Tribune friend certainly has. Now I'll leave you to it, Commander. Speak with whomever you wish, and celebrate, or pay your respects privately. The spirit of Eir can be found in either.
Join Ritlock. Just dropping by before you head out for a midsummer hangout with some friends. Nice.
Had him dead to rights.
Enjoy.
We all knew it. And what was he going to do? Beg? Plead?
Eir's monument
Wasn't his style. And Eir wouldn't buy it anyway. So, he just jumped off the ledge. Well, she wouldn't give him the satisfaction of escape, even to his death. She shot him before he hit the ground. Damn, that Nord knew how to exact revenge.
That's
So
just
true.
like her. Thank you for that story, Tribune Brimstone.
I'm not sure why no one's ever made a tapestry of that moment. Oh, hey, good to see you, Commander.
You two. Spreading a little air cheer?
Things are getting too serious. Just ensuring they remember the right air.
Hey, you're that Ritlock trombone, the Revenant.
Close enough. Now, why don't you do Uncle Trombone a favor and buzz off?
But I want to hear about the Blood Legion.
Hello, Amber.
Don't you think quietly weeping in the corner by yourself would be more fun than this?
Nah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Poor Redlock.
Have you heard from Zojin or Logan? I was crossing my fingers they'd be well enough to make this.
Still both laid up on my last visit.
Too bad. Modremoth's death came with a great toll for sure.
You know, with those two out of the field and Snaff and Air gone and Kaith, well, there really is no Destiny's Edge anymore.
I'm sorry, Ritlock. I know how important it was to you.
But there's no sense in looking back. Maybe it's time to start again.
Another guild? Would Air...
She wouldn't want us to get caught up in her death like she did with Snaff's. Regret gets you nowhere. And Tyria would probably sleep more soundly with the Dragon Slayer at the helm of a new guild.
We could do a lot of good. It didn't go perfectly, but the small group we had was pretty capable against Modremoth. What would we call it?
Fate's Razor!
I will not be part of a guild called Fate's Razor.
What about Dragon's Watch?
Dragon's Watch. I like that.
Can I be in
Whenever he says it,
No.
it sounds more like Dragon Swatch.
But I've got my own magical sword!
Would you like to check out our swatches of the latest dragon fashion?
That's it.
Commander, come see this.
What's going on?
Hello, Amber. How's it going?
Welcome home.
It's Garm. He came
Oh,
home.
thank the spirit.
It's rocks.
It's a sign.
And Garm. Oh, Garm's limping. No. Oh.
Rox! You and Garm!
Commander, what are you doing here? What did I walk into?
A memorial for Air. You couldn't have brought a better gift.
Yeah. Nice work, soldier.
We're both tired and hungry. Wasn't expecting all this. Garm's hurt too. We should get him healing as soon as possible.
What can I do to help?
I'll send for a healer. In the meantime, there's plenty of food around.
I'll do it. Rox, you rest.
Oh, we gotta help Garm. I'm going good, thank you very much, Amber.
Hungry, Garm?
Right, find him something tasty to eat. Oh, there's a rabbit over here. You want to eat a rabbit, Garm?
Rest assured that your
Eat the bunny?
legend will be
No.
legendary.
Okay.
I am awed by the power of the stone.
It's all so moving.
Can I speak to all these people now?
To Air!
Einar Cliffstrider, stalwart guardian, father of Erstegalken, fell with honor at the Battle of the Ice Crest. Who dares wins. That is totally the SAS's motto.
I can't believe it. Garm is alive. Poor creature, though. He must miss Air. He keeps looking around for her.
I'm glad he's safe and sound.
He'll be cared for and honored here in Holbrecht for the rest of his life.
Oh. Yes, definitely. Literal fetch quests for a large dog wolf, yeah. I think Garm is actually a wolf, yeah.
To my friend, Air. Remember Air Stagulkin!
Let's read that. Oh, there's meat here. Oh, it's a nice big T-bone. Here we go, Garm.
There you go, boy. You're home now.
Can hear him eating.
Rest in peace, Air.
To
May
Air!
the mountains hear her name until the end of time.
Elder Pet Healer. Cool. Speak to those guys.
Can't talk. My art deserves my full attention.
Embrace the bear.
Oh, I can speak to the leopard shaman. Oh, that's the statue, I guess. Gerta White Bear, Enchantress, Destroyer of the Flesh Reaver Lord, Titus, Bane of Lives. Let all known know this shall be an age of heroes. Air always had rabbits around. It's gone. Though they seem to have multiplied recently, as rabbits will do. Jorah Mountain Walker, Kinslayer, Cursebreaker, Blood Washer's Blood. And a statue of Snaff. Statue of an older Asura, his features mischievous, kind, and careworn. An area on the statue has been left open for an inscription. Above this space is a simple title, Snaff. Nothing more. It's like she probably couldn't think of anything to put there that really does it justice. She must have made this statue like a long time ago.
Oh, thank the spirits.
Well spoken. To Air!
Okay, well, I guess we can't speak to most of these people. Oh. Dude's totally got his drum on. Okay. Alright, well, let's move on. Speak to the Skald. May the spirits guide you in this time of endings. So many of those attending have questions about Air, but they don't want to trouble you. Oh, there's a recap here. I wonder if this is a cinematic. What events surrounded Air's death? Oh, yes, she was like... what was she like as a child? Alright, so this is us asking her. Let's go with this.
I know your story.
The recap.
The jungle dragon was stirring, and you carried Glint's egg to safety. I can only imagine your feelings of hope as the Pact rallied against Mordramoth. Your sorrow when they failed. You gathered your hunting party and took the fight to the heart of the jungle. The beloved hunter we celebrate today, Air Stagulkin, was felled forever. And a revered leader sacrificed himself to help all of Tyria. Despite such great loss and overwhelming odds, you and your friends triumphed over Mordramoth. Today is a day of celebration and of mourning. Tomorrow, you will hunt new prey.
Cool. What was Air like as a child?
About Air as a young Norn. Almost as soon as she could walk, she showed the instincts of a hunter. But it wasn't until she was as tall as a shortbow that she met evil for the first time. She came upon Dragonspawn attacking a farm, killing an entire family. The daughter was one of Air's friends. All by herself, Air took down 3 of them. She saved an injured kid and even carried him back to Holbrook. That kid grew up to be a great skald. His name is Corvin, and his life testifies to Air's first legendary deed.
What put her on the path to greatness?
Air had passed Longbow Height when she made her vow.
Heroes.
One night, 100 dragon spawn attacked Holbrook. Jormag's ice brood were merciless. They brutally killed her friend Silas the Weaver, a crafter like Air herself. With Silas's blood still upon her, she swore to destroy the ice brood and all the elder dragons.
And tell me the longest Air story you know.
I'll tell you how Destiny's Edge came to be.
See how
Air
long
met
this
the
is.
Asura Snaf and Zojja first, here in her homestead. They came to commission a stone carving of Snaf's head. During the sittings in Radasum, they became friends. Then the 3, and Garm, returned to Holbrook together. I'll never forget how they shocked the citizens of Holbrook when they emerged from the Asura Gate. Snaf and Zojja each rode inside enormous golems with the stone heads Air had sculpted for them. They raided a frigid dragon spawn cave, and a lasting friendship was forged amid the icy shards of bitter combat. Many ice brood fell that day, but still, Air failed to kill Jormag's lieutenant. The 3, nay 4, counting Garm, limped back to Holbrook, having lost their golems and their pride. In retaliation, Jormag's lieutenant sent a devastating ice storm onto Holbrook, killing many beloved residents. Newt Whitebear was beside himself with fury and banished Air until she could defeat the beast. Air went to Lion's Arch, where she spotted a small guild of criminal pit fighters known as Edge of Steel. The first battle they ever fought together, they fought against each other. In the pit, Air and her friends, calling themselves Dragonspawn's Destiny, fought Edge of Steel and won. She demanded her prize, that Edge of Steel help with the second assault on the Dragon Lieutenant. The Edge of Steel fighters had to agree. Ritlock Brimstone, Logan Thackeray, and Firstborn Kaith joined Air's cause. When Air next entered Holbrook, she was with Destiny's Edge. They went on to destroy the Dragonspawn Lieutenant. It was the first of many important battles they would fight and win together.
I had totally forgotten all about that part of the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ritlock and that Logan especially were in the same guild as each other, separate to the others, and they formed together. That's pretty cool.
It makes you wonder how the 3 of them met up, especially with Kaith being there. It's kind of...
Yeah, like what's their story of meeting? Yeah. That would be pretty cool. Okay, talk to Rox when we're ready.
Legendary.
I still can't believe it. How did you find Garm?
Tracked him from the crash site. Wasn't easy. The jungle's still crawling with Mordrum. Some of them have come unhinged without their master's voice. Poor Garm followed Air's scent into the middle of it all. He was lucky to be alive. We both are.
I wish I'd met them.
Bram's going to be so happy when he gets back.
He's not here?
I am on.
No, he's in the
stone.
mountains, blowing off some steam.
Well, I'll stay with Garm and make sure he's okay. When he's ready, we can try to catch up with Bram.
I'm sure the cold air will do Garm some good after all that jungle heat.
Yeah, if I never see another pocket raptor as long as I live, I'll die happy.
Come on. Let's get to what we're here for.
I've just realized it's actually weird that it's snowing inside here.
Yeah.
Usually it stops when you're inside a building. Alright, honor here however you want. So this is a part finished statue, so yes. The only thing this beautiful work in progress needs is a bouquet of flowers at the feet. I will gather some. There's some flowers. down here, is there? Oop. Apparently I'm a master ice carver as well.
You honor her. This spirit recalls the importance of the pack, and you were part of hers.
Air had many of the qualities of Snow Leopard. Her stealth was renowned. You honor her well by carving this statue.
Bear gives us our ferocity, and Air was loved by Bear. You do her honor and remind us of our gifts from all the spirits. Your craftsmanship does Air honor. She was a great sculptor, drawing her inspiration and skill from Raven.
Oh, thank the spirits. Oh, thank the spirits. Oh, thank the spirits.
What do I do with these guys? Other than, you know, thank the spirits. Alright, Thor, how's it going? Look at this helmet.
Heir Stagolkin. Her legend lives on. May we all carry her memory until we join her and the great spirits.
Already done all of these.
Rest in peace, Heir. May the mountains hear her name until the end of time.
Would you mind bringing me some hot water? Garm has blood and dirt caked all over him. Then you can help me wash him if you'd like. I'd be delighted. Hot water. Go.
Who let that wolf in here? It smells awful.
That's Heir's pet, Garm.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I mean, he's lovely.
Yes, would you like to take your foot out of your mouth now or later? Douche.
He must have heard me. Sorry, Garm.
Okay. Ask Skald to call everyone around for a toast. Can't say a few words,
lend
yes.
us your ears. The one who killed Zaitan with Heir Stagolkin would like to say a few words.
We've all lost people we loved. And the pain of that can be overwhelming. But we can't let the pain stop us from moving forward without them. Without her. Instead, we honor, celebrate her life. The gift that she was. Heir is a part of me. A part of all of us. How do we thank the gods for that? By living the rest of our own lives larger, better, bolder. We love, we laugh, we defend our world, and we fight for what's right. We do what she would have done. Homesteaders, hunters, heroes all. To Heir!
To
Rest
Heir.
in peace,
Heir.
Thank the spirits. May the mountains hear her name. We all carry her
To a
memory.
great
Nicely
warrior
done.
and
To
friend.
Heir.
Spirits.
Goodbye, Heir.
I speak to her about... That's all the same stuff still. Okay.
Commander, This just arrived for you.
I have mail. Quick, come to Ratanovus. This is from Timey. Hi, I've got something fantabulous to show you. Get here as soon as you can. There's a gate set up in Ratasum, but it's top secret. Fortunately, you know me. Go to Ratasum and look for the Adventure Aid ZK496I Golem. It knows to let you in. Timey. Okay, well.
You can go talk to Ritlock first.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm off to Ratanovus. Ridlock, care to follow?
Sure, but I need to take care of something on the way. Or rather, tell someone I won't be taking care of something. Never mind. I'll meet you there.
Sure. Rox, Ritlock talked me into founding a new guild. It'd be great to have you. And pass the invitation on to Bram when you see him. Actually, don't. I'll do it in person. I don't want him to think we're merely replacing Destiny's Edge after his mother's death.
I get it. And I think he will too, when the time's right.
Yeah, that's gonna go down well.
You can never have too much treasure.
Ooh, so what did I get? A keg of liquid karma.
Powerful.
Alrighty, well, let's see if I can finish talking to any more people before we go. Nope.
Was it quick?
She died in battle. There was no prolonged suffering.
Okay. Alright. Right, Ratasum. Hi, Belle Sunflower. How are you? We're on Living
Hello,
World.
Belle Sunflower.
We're on Living World Season 3 now as well. And I'm doing good, thank you very much. Alright, so shall we just waypoint there?
Yeah.
Looks like it's the Magastone Court waypoint or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to find an adventure golem. Whatever the heck that is.
Back here.
Super adventure. Oh yeah.
I know what it's like. You know nothing.
You are recognized, Baldwin Cleaver. Please proceed through the gate here. Where does it go? I am not authorized to answer that question aloud, and I do not have telepathic abilities yet. Please proceed. Your safety is relatively assured. Oh, wonderful. And as long as it's relatively assured. That's a step up from kind of assured. I really like these old style golems, they're pretty cool.
One second, please.
Security breach detected.
Oh, here we go.
What are you doing?
Responding with full force.
This is not happening! Stop!
Live.
Halt! Cease!
Live.
Desist!
Unidentified intruder does not
Baby! I'm trying! trying.
I love that. Does not fulfill height requirements.
Yeah.
That's really good. Does that mean we're too tall?
Gollum, I am
Probably.
your master. Here, do as I say. Stop.
Okay, dude, he's down.
Get it?
Alright. Hey, Ritlock, how's it going? Good. Cool story.
Timey! Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
I love Ritlock.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Traherne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
But there's good news too. Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be the brains. Haha, kidding. In all seriousness though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
Wasn't really kidding.
How have you been doing here?
Great, it's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed up.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you describe. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Counselor Flunt, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Why, none that I can think of.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't dream of hiding something from you, Counselor.
Wow, just like walked right through me, Flunt. Jeez. Not you too, Ritlock. God.
I'm totally hiding something from him. Let's head there now, but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code. I'll give you a hint. Do exactly as you're told.
I remember not liking this.
Yeah, can we speak to Flunt first? I can't remember. Where did he go? Totally vanished. But yeah, I kind of remember this as well. You're good. You might have 2 die to send. Oh, well, thank you in advance. The console appeals over, but it's obviously being cleaned up. Attempt to solve the puzzle.
Unidentified user. Security measures activated.
Huh?
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete.
Oh god, yeah, that's right, there were 5.
Commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Passcode.
Super concentration mode here.
Enter passcode.
Yay!
Woot!
Passcode accepted. Gate relay 04687 activated.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You cracked the code.
Who's smart? Me smart. That's who. Hey. I got that totally wrong the first time I did this, so I'm happy.
Sorry to put you through that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flunt out of here.
Now that the subterfuge is out of the way, can we get to what you called us here for?
Yes, this is a replica of the leyline energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year firework after the dragon went bye-bye. But as you can see here, the egg's doing great.
What are we looking at? A feed of the egg chamber?
Yeah, the Exalted and the Rata Novans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke into it.
No, I utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it?
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map. So this other point is... Huh, that's new. The northern bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died. Looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system. I'm trying to model its patterns, but this map isn't built for detailed readings. Yet. In the meantime, look at this.
What is it?
Not to toot my own warbler or anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power.
Like those?
Exactly. Get 'em.
That sound makes my teeth ache. You gotta stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the organ I harvested. Might be one of their kin.
We're incoming. It ain't nap time yet.
Rise and serve.
I remember that being a lot harder.
Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it, and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's that sludge you're keeping it in?
Blighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff? It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid. From the blighting pods. The things that made horrible Mordrum abominations out of corpses?
So you do remember it?
Taimi, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
You worry too much. In research, there's no reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
Hey Merrick, how's it going? And yeah, you.
Yeah, it's definitely
I got your back. You first.
You can go upstairs first.
Yeah, I just noticed the stairs. Let's have a look. How's life, Merrick? Everything good at your end? Eavesdropping device activated. Touch end each time you want to hear a short snippet from the other room. Eavesdrop on a line with each touch of the console.
Don't worry about Taimi beating us to it. Flunch assures me he has her under his thumb. From what I hear, Taimi has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Doja as a mentor too.
Did you see where Taimi and that odd crew of hers went?
Other than too hot, yep. Kind of cold here. Or cool anyway. Not cold.
They're so short-sighted.
That was important, what we just heard.
Yeah. The humans are all abuzz about some group called the White Mantle. They're so short-sighted.
I didn't capture it all, but I got some of the data in their crew notes. There's another chart here. That's multiple in one day. Oh. I'm going to sneak a look at Taimi's equipment. Watch my back. Look there. Stuck out here without her golem? I don't know how she does it.
Taimi? Yeah, cute as a bug. If my son were here, I'd introduce them. Imagine the progeny. As the leader of the Vigil? Oh my, she's quite impressive. Don't tell him, but I secretly call him Blunt, because he is. Taimi got a raw deal on that waypoint device. I heard Zosha's scrambled, drooling. Explains why Taimi's out here on her own.
So that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's the only thing up here, isn't it? Go through now. Interesting. I've realised as well that dragon emblem looks more like a projection on the things it's shimmering.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Stand down. It's just Taimi's friends again.
I was told I'd find the packed commander here. Anyone?
General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Radanovus?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The Marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but out of harm's way.
Yeah, it totally sounds like me.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After our Mordremoth battle, I believe I, Ritlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
I do too, and I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
Laugh it up, No Eyes. I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Are you sure you want to just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not? It's what I did with the last two.
What did I hear? You're not in the pact anymore?
I love that golem came and picked it up and ran off with it.
No. How about we just stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
That sounds like an alarm.
Didn't sound good.
Quick, let's go see what's happening.
Yeah, that was a really cool detail when Ritlock threw the parchment to the ground. That golem came up, sat on it, and it disappeared and it ran off. It was like a little cleaning golem.
Mm-hmm.
Protect the counselors! Run! It's a crazy Sylvari!
Crazy Sylvari!
Get the dragon man away from me!
Is that another one of your friends?
Oh, it's Canuck.
What happened?
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Plot was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship. Canuck, you're my hero.
Why the surprise visit?
I'm here answering the call.
But Mordremoth's dead. We
Oh,
killed...
it's not the Drungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anissa's.
Still holds your billet, eh?
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again be free from any yoke.
How can I help?
Minister Codicus recently left the Queen's protective custody. Anisse sent me and a squad of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Didn't we all?
Ridlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect. I'll grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
Cool. Well, I've got mail as well. Oh, I do have mail and it's dyes. Oh, Belle, thank you. Have a look. We got banana dye, white dye, midnight violet dye, and grey dye, and I don't have any of those. Wow, thank you. That is so generous of you.
Very nice.
Yeah. I especially wanted a white dye.
Our ambient magic readings are high.
Because the matte one
Yeah, I
is just
bought
a
one
little
off the trader.
Yeah, the matte one is just a bit too slightly off-white for certain things,
Yep.
so thank you so much. Can't speak to Timey. Lock, okay. What a day, huh? It's almost enough to make a person feel unwelcome. Before I go, I need to know what you know about the White Mantle. The throne in Divinity's Reach has her royal pantaloons in a bunch. Your people's history with the White Mantle is wrecking nerves. It's not been pretty to watch. Anisse has a hatchet face on. I slept through history class. Can I ask you some questions?
Follow me, please.
Lucky this time I don't have them. Yes, thank you so much for that. You can ask, I'll tell you what I know. What I do know is pretty juicy. So what's the White Mantle's background? They used to rule Kryta long ago. They worshipped ancient beings called the Mersat, who were very powerful magic users. The White Mantle were their pawns. Tell me about the Mersat. Long-lived, magical, mean to the bone, and extinct. Krytans wiped them out, won the war, and took back their kingdom under Queen Salma's leadership. I've heard they're trying to resurrect one. Resurrect what? They're insane. My intel tells me they're in northern Maguma, running experiments with Bloodstone. I know their type. They want power and they'll do whatever it takes. The White Mantle lost the war. Where have they been for 200 years? Underground, somewhere well hidden, since everyone seems surprised to see them. My guess is they've been hiding in plain sight, waiting for their moment. They've got gold behind them, though. Does the Countess know who's funding them? Well, I mean, 3 guesses, right? No, but those ruins around Drytop weren't so fancy, so I'm guessing it isn't from their own treasury. Why are the White Mantles suddenly so active? I have a theory. If they've been biding their time and rebuilding their numbers and influence, then it'd be smart to attack when their enemy is engaged in a multi-front war with the dragons. Good strategy. Go on. Plus, our allies, the Pact and Sylvari, have been gradually weakened and can't discontinue. Well, we can't discount the increase in magic. Everything I know about them indicates they're creepy magickas. Okay, how serious is the threat? Truth is, I'd be surprised if this were an empty threat. You don't wait a couple of 100 years to fizzle out like a wet fuse. I'm going to guess they've got big plans that won't make Kryta happy. What does the Crown plan to do? Everything within their power. My squad is off to gather information, and we're authorized to use lethal force if necessary. I expect it'll be necessary. So they're throwing everything they've got at this? It's a fair statement. Caduceus sure picked the right moment to escape. He knows they won't waste the manpower to go after him. Who is Caduceus? Let's recap. He's the head of the Kryta Ministry. He's been under house arrest for minor treachery, slipping his custody detention recently. No one knows where he is. Timing is coincidental, if you know what I mean. No, what do you mean? He's been undermining the Krytan throne for years. He wants the ministry in charge. No, he wants to be in charge himself. Don't underestimate him, my friend. He's slimy. One last thing. What's happening with your billet? Her Grace, the Countess, said, I'll have earned it back if I'm successful on this mission. She certainly knows how to motivate me. Okay, good luck.
Let's get underway.
Cool. Politics be happening.
And now we get to go to one of the best maps.
Oh, heck yes. I've been looking forward to this for so long, you guys. Oh.
Commander's destination ahead.
Thought Tangled Depths was good, but oof.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
My gods, grow a backbone. Scared of a little weather?
That doesn't look like a little weather.
All hands, full reverse. On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
Cool. That's like the Guild Wars equivalent of a nuke going off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speak with General Soulkeeper.
Our forward propulsion shorted out. What was that?
I think... It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a bloodstone just exploded.
A bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question. But others might not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors. See if I can piece together what happened, and why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back, and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
Canuck was supposed to meet me here. Hope he and his troops were out of range.
Investigate the large chunk of bloodstone. Alright, so can you see all the objectives as well?
Yeah.
Cool. So, shall we do the ones higher up first that are further away, or...?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this is so much better getting around like this, though. Actually, I think this one's here, isn't it? Let's go for this one first. Always get back up. Oh, no, it's all the way down on the ground. Okay. Fine then. Get up here. Ugh, I never liked this map.
I think we're going around the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I want to go back up. Let's just bunny up. Let's be...
Oh my god.
Yep. Welcome back to Bloodstone Fen.
The blast must have released the spirits of the victims sacrificed on the Bloodstone.
Well, there's one of them in here in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just doing it now. If you step down onto this ledge, you'll
twisted
get...
their minds. They don't know friend from foe. The White Mantle will pay for this.
Next one's below us somewhere.
A large chunk of the Bloodstone, still intact. And these foul things. This Bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly blast.
I apparently didn't have this scrap of paper. It's to be a journal. Aside from the primary purpose of the repository of magic, there are measurable phenomena that occur in proximity to the Bloodstone. The spirits of those killed on the stone are held within its energy field, unable to depart. In history, these souls were forced into auxiliary storage devices by our ancestors. But it was for the Bloodstone's magic that generations fought wars to determine who would control it. Even the Chosen could not stay away. Once freed from their prison at the door of Komali, they seem to have returned. They've been seen haunting near the Bloodstone. Interesting. Where next? So we can go do that one over there.
Ah, members of the Pact.
Bloodstones.
Yeah.
Slit your
Commander, are you still alive?
Gods have mercy. They've been consumed by Bloodstone magic. May Grant guide them to the next world in peace. Zach, shield. White Mantle, but they're different.
The magic is mine.
Be ready to run.
I didn't have this one either. I mean, clearly I never came back here as soon as I had no reason to.
Yeah.
Our grand goal is to unlock the power contained within the Bloodstone for twofold purpose. The first, ordered by the Confessor himself, is to retake humanity's birthright and secure our homeland in Kryta using the power of Bloodstone. The second, ordered by the High Inquisitor Zera, is to awaken our wounded god, the Dire. That's what they were talking about. The first step in this process is learning about the stone itself, so we can research ways to harvest the magic within. So we've got one more, which is over here somewhere. Talk to these guys first.
I'm fine. Please believe me.
I couldn't do anything for them. The blast rotted their core. It's unlike anything I've seen. Any attempt at reversing the damage was futile. Nothing helped, just a little. Nothing. They're gone, Commander. Shells of their former selves, driven by an unquenchable thirst for more power. It pains me to say it, but I fear the only treatment is death. Was Morica hit with the blast? She doesn't seem enraged like the others. No, she was outside of the blast with the rest of us. Whatever she was struck with was different. She is herself, but suffering so much, she called for treatment, as it were. I hope you're able to help her. Thanks for the info. Alright.
I've never seen an explosion collapse on itself like that. Magic was inches from my face, and then it suddenly shot into the ground. You think a dragon was responsible?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I want to get into that crater and find out why the blast reversed, and where the magic went.
Easier said than done. The area is swarming with White Mantle. We sent a patrol, but only one soldier made it back, and she's,
Do something productive.
not well.
Such as? What's wrong with her?
She was hit with magic unlike any we've seen. On the outside, she's fine, but it twisted her inside something fierce. She can barely move. She's been raving about floating purple stone monsters ever since she got back.
Stone creatures? That rings a White Mantle bell. Can you reach the Priory and see what they know about them?
Sure thing, Commander.
Have you seen Canuck?
Who?
He's a Sylvari. Tough, but well-spoken. Medium build, a bit cranky.
Can't say that I have. But I did see Kaith run through here like a centaur on fire. She wouldn't stop for anything. Just hauled tail through the war zone and was gone like that.
Thank you. I'll let the General know you're down here.
Interesting. I forget what they even sell here.
I fully expect us to expire here.
Blood Ruby Band. Pendant and a backpack. A Bloodstone Capacitor. Double click to consume to emit a pulse of magic that resets one of each type of Blood Ruby gear in your inventory.
Well, physically stable at least.
Interesting.
This magic is unlike anything
Thank
I've
you.
seen. It's deliberately tuned to cause as much suffering as possible.
Let's hunt
Alright. Share findings with the General, so back up to the ship. Cannot travel while in combat, of course not. I'm standing in the fire like an idiot.
I was having Witcher flashbacks.
Oh god, you remember? Yes.
It seems like an
I remember that very well.
electrocuted, but
Alright then, up to the waypoint. Let's pretend that never happened.
Is it as bad as it looks down there?
It's not good. White Mantle hit in the blast are mad with hunger for magical energy. They gather any scrap they can find.
The White Mantle? Could they have done this? And to what end?
I don't know. Maybe it was an experiment gone wrong. Maybe it was supposed to empower all of them and it went awry.
Whoever it was, we owe them our gratitude. That blast would have hit Lion's Arch, and they just rebuilt the place.
I'd hold off on the thanks until we know what their motive is. There's a pack squad down there. They've already established a camp and are trying to get a foothold in the area.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it's not all good news. Some other pack members were also caught in the blast.
Just what the pack didn't need. More dead soldiers.
They're not dead, but they've been twisted by bloodstone magic, just like the White Mantle.
They don't deserve that. They deserve peace.
I understand. I'd want the same if the roles were reversed.
Thank you, Commander.
Continue investigation.
You can never have too much treasure.
Move to the bow of the airship for better reception and receive Timey's message.
Come in. Can you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear, Timey.
Finally. There's been tons of magical interference. Been difficult to get a clean line to you. Okay, I've been going over some data coming in from the blast area, and one thing stands out. The people who were within the blast radius who, survived, they need to consume the magic to live, but the magic's also driving them more and more insane.
That must be why I've seen them snatching up bloodstone shards.
Then they have to have a way to harvest the magic inside. Yeah, I wonder how.
I'll track down where they're taking the shards for harvest and see what they're using. Commander, over.
Did you mean Commander out? It's okay. Communicator protocol takes a little getting used to. Timey out.
Alright. Where do we need to be? Oh. Over there. Why isn't my dive skill working? Does yours work? Oh, there it is.
Were you pressing the right button?
I was, but I don't know why it wasn't working.
Maybe because you stalled?
Maybe. Kill the White Mantle Cleric.
Oh, I hated this fight.
Yep. Oh yeah, this one does a lot of fear, doesn't it? How do we do this? I can't remember. We have to destroy his shield. I think we have to kill the people around him or something, and...
Yeah.
Now he's attackable.
Still rising. Come in, Timing. I've liberated the artifact.
Only thing to do now is try it out. You should be able to harvest bloodstone nodes and fragments scattered by the blast.
All done.
Meet with the squad leader Bennett to continue the investigation. That's the guy back over at the camp.
Bennett, any update on the creature that hospitalized your scout?
We finally got a message from Priory headquarters. Hard to get a pigeon to fly through a magical storm in one piece. The description of these stone men matched an ancient weapon the Mersat and White Mantle used before the Crichton Civil War. They're called Jade Constructs. They were the Mersat's primary martial units.
Floating constructs? That sounds similar to the Exalted.
That's because they're using ancient magic from a similar origin. Or at least that's my current theory, Poobah.
Did your backpack just call you Poobah, Commander?
It's a long story. Go on, Timing.
There was a time, way back, when the Seers and the Mersat shared a lot of info. Why do you think they're all so floaty?
So is there anything that'll keep me alive in a fight against these jade things?
Remember that magical protection I told you about? That should work against jade constructs, too. It was based on seer research that Zinn, the founder of Rada Novus, performed during the Crichton Civil War. I highly suggest mastering it before you get in a smashy scenario with one of those jade brutes. Good luck, time me out!
Such as?
Thinking about it with your mouth closed would be a step in the right direction.
Cool. So this is when the game wanted us to actually do all the masteries, if I remember correct. Before you could go down into the crater, you had to grind out your mastery.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we don't need to do that, so yay! Alright then, so... Scrap of paper. Appears to be a journal scrap. I fear there could be a catastrophic event if Valus continues with his plan to break through the shell of the Bloodstone. Everything I've read about the Bloodstone suggests it holds an unimaginable amount of magic. Up to now it has held strong for millennia even, but if the shell is broken, let's just hope the entire continent isn't blown up the second we crack the shell. They should have probably listened to that person.
Nice gear.
A long way down.
It looks like there are magical scorch marks leading this way.
want it to be above. And of course we can't use mounts. There's a bouncy mushroom near here? Ah, there it is, over there.
I just use the updraft.
I mean, you could do that as well. I like to be awkward.
Who's there?
It's me, Commander.
Keith. Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself, and the trail led me here. Look at these marks. Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and...
Tremor!
Incoming!
Did you see that?
That bloodstone explosion seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clearer picture. This could give us an insight on why the blast reversed itself.
Gather bloodstone.
Just a bunch of weapons.
You sure about that? Because they're glowing.
Oh.
That was unexpected.
I'll hold my I told you so.
How did you end up down here?
I was returning from the grove when I saw the explosion on the horizon. I wasn't going to leave it uninvestigated.
Good work getting this deep into the crater. Must have been moving like a shadow out there.
That's what I do.
Kate, over here.
So sneaky. Oh yes, I remember those little buggers.
Mm-hmm.
Some bloodstone pieces next to this staircase. Guess this is how someone would get down here to do whatever it is our test hopefully reveals.
I guess I really wanted it to be a natural disaster. Didn't want to think about someone tinkering with so much power.
What was your business in the grove?
I was visiting the Pale Tree.
How is she after Mortremont's death?
Ailing, but recovering. Although not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's... back to the task at hand. Those explosions exposed some more bloodstones.
Bloodstone, under this table.
Still one more to go. Okay. Piece of paper seems barely touched by the destruction. It looks as if someone was taking notes during a conversation or translating a coded message. Trial 33. Complete failure. Received orders to increase output. Results demanded soon, or what? Or else. The rumbling of dissent in our ranks is unacceptable for research progress. Being pulled in two directions, I want to stay the course and not listen to this new shady influence behind the curtain. Just who is the Justicar getting his orders from anyway? My loyalty is a liability here now. Perhaps I should flee before the rift becomes inescapable. I hate to leave my white mantle brothers and sisters, but I will not follow someone who won't reveal themselves while issuing threats so liberally.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now, but it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group and a divisive leader. Must be Cauticus.
The Legate Minister? Oh, I should stop by Divinity's Reach more often. I'm out of the loop.
Some more Bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time. This doesn't look good. My minion! You will obey!
Nice, I got an achievement. Oh,
so did I.
Progress on it, yeah. Gotta do that 10 more times, defeat 10 of those. So I've got to do 7 more.
Ambush! Back up! Back up!
Commander, before we go any further, I want to clear the air between us.
Here? Why would I expect any different? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset with me, and you have every right to be. I can't take back what happened, but I can tell you I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry. My wild hunt, Mordremoth's voice, they were tearing at each other, and sometimes I didn't know which was which. I was very confused, and I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowlin. It was all grey. I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Kate!
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment works.
And of course, you know, a battle was the exact time to do that.
Yep.
Start that conversation off. Get me high enough.
Ready? I'll take care of releasing their magic.
Then what?
Then we cross our fingers that we jumpstart the magic echo and don't blow ourselves to smithereens. What was that? What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light, devouring magic. Then some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
They must have been vaporized by the blast.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic. Could have been Cauticus. I have to find Canuck and warn him, if he's still alive.
Sounds like someone's looking for you.
Commander, Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Cudicus is in the area.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Kaith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around some more.
Are you sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
Speak to Kaith. Or her. Alrighty. So, travel to the White Mantle Colosseum. Looks like it'd be easier if we just waypoint back to the airship first, yeah?
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, it's that one over there, isn't it?